honestly don't even know where to start because there's so much has been happening lately. So many good things to be exact. But even with all this great news, I've been feeling a little caught up in the middle of it all because I'm currently juggling several different projects at once. So maybe let's start with the big question. Why I haven't made a weekly vlog for 3 weeks. For that first week off, around April 18th, I ghosted the vlogs totally because I was competing in a 24 hours bullet marathon. And I spent the entire week leading up to it, just preparing mentally and physically. And during the event, I obviously had zero time to even think about editing. But there is a very happy reasons for the silence, because finally after 3 years of trying, I got my first marathon trophy. Yay! I really want to talk about the marathon preparation and all the details again, but I think it will just be a waste of time and it will make this vlog way too long. Especially, I already wrote a whole blog about my experience on niches. So for anyone who is interested in the marathon stuff, you can see the blog post in the link below in the description. And go check that out if you want the full story. So for now, we have discussed about the first week. We have 2 more weeks to catch up on. Okay, now moving into the second week, the week after the marathon. So I really needed to step away from chess for a few days, and I decided to switch over to video games for a bit to give my brain a break. And I think after I decided that I play Tomb Raider on stream, the Tomb Raider from 2013, I replayed it from start to finish, which was so satisfying because I really love that game. And I also got to try out some amazing new games from the family like Detroit Become Human, King gifted me, thank you King, Wolfenstein 3D, Really gifted me that one, thank you Really, and Metroid Exodus, Ilias gifted me that one, thank you Ilias. And I finished my first playthrough of Detroit Become Human, and because that game is all about the choices you make, I am so curious about the other paths. Because for my first run, I tried to take a peaceful approach with the characters, but sadly, I killed some characters in that first run, my favorite characters. So I really want to replay that one, but the other reason is because my chat demanding me that I replay and choose violence next time. So, Chaos Replay is definitely happening soon. And then there is Wolfenstein 3D. It was actually the first retro game I've ever played on stream. And I haven't finished it yet because I keep losing and ending up back at the first level over and over again. And then there is another game, Metro Exodus. I honestly thought it would be a bit like Tomb Raider or like Uncharted, but I was so wrong because even on the normal difficulty level, I'm finding it really tough to survive. So I haven't finished that game yet. Following that, I also tried some games from indie developers and compare to the usual game I play, they were a total change of pace because they are completely non-FPS and much chiller than what I usually play. And actually I was surprised by how much I enjoyed them, and I even found a new favorite game among them. But I think I'll save the details on that one for a separate video. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. I've also been trying out Green Hell lately, so you guys might remember that months ago Azizi about me the Forest game, and since then I've been hooked on survival games, even though I'm actually playing it in a very casual mode because I find the cannibals and mutants really freak me out, but I enjoy the games. And I even actually tried the sequel of The Forest, which is Sons of the Forest. I bought it on discount months ago and I played off stream, and I'm planning to bring that to a live stream very soon. Again, talking about Green Hell, yeah, I'm playing it in casual mode for right now because I feel like this type of games would be way better if we had a group playing it all together. There's just something about trying to survive in the jungle that feels like it needs a whole squad. So I want a whole squad. I need a whole squad to play that game in a survival mode. And then that brings us to the third week, which was just last week. And after grinding some of my bullet rating back to 2100 because I lost a lot of rating when I was in marathon. So after grinding it, I decided to jump back into my real rapid sessions because honestly, I'm not sure why, but lately I haven't really been in the mood for the high speed intensity of bullet games. But I think maybe it's a good thing, because my slower ratings are way lower than my bullet rating, and the difference in those numbers is driving me crazy. So I'm focusing on fixing that balance, trying to make all ratings balance. Except for Ultra Bullet maybe. And there's a strategic reason for this too actually. Because there will be another 24-hour bullet marathon coming up in August, so it's in 3 months. And I realized that instead of just clicking fast, it's better for me to spend this time studying openings, middle game strategies, end games, tactics, and everything in these slower games. So the plan is to do the heavy brain work now, and then I will start testing and applying everything in fast games starting in July. That way I'll be more than ready when the next marathon comes. I also brought back the family simul last week and it went so well. We had 7 challengers and it was actually really tough because there's many high-rated players inside and even 2 title players in the mix. And because it was such a success, I've decided to make it as a weekly thing. So family simuls are now officially on the schedule every Saturday at 9 a.m. CDT. So that's my reason and excuses why I haven't made any vlogs for 3 weeks. Other than all the gaming and chess, I think right now we have to talk about the music project. First, let's talk about this. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. It is a Chinese bamboo flute that was gifted by Really. Now, I'll be honest with you all, even though actually I have stating this on stream, but I'm gonna say it again here. This flute and other instruments on my wish list, I thought they are gonna be easy, particularly this instrument. I thought it might be like a recorder or maybe like a harmonica where you don't need intense breathing techniques just to get the basic notes out. And I was so wrong! So far, this flute is the most difficult instrument I have ever tried to learn. But because it's so difficult, I've decided it belongs in the challenge category. And I actually promised the family on stream days ago, because the flute just came days ago, that I would give myself exactly 1 month to practice. And I'm going to show you guys the results and perform it live on June 7th. And since I made that promise a few days ago, I've been practicing for about an hour every single night and it's a struggle. I only got 3 notes so far, but we're getting there. And since we're talking about instruments the family has gifted me, I have a project coming up next Tuesday and I finally scheduled the cover live flute recording for Heart of Gold. I'll be doing everything from vocals, guitar, cajon, and especially harmonica. Because I only show harmonica after Keith gifted me, I think only 1 or 2 times on stream. And I haven't made a cover using that instrument, so I think this will be a great time to live loop all the sounds together on stream. And I will do it next week. Speaking of schedules, I actually set up days ago a full stream and content calendar on my blog. So if you want to know exactly when I'm going live and what things I'm gonna do on live stream, or when the next video is dropping, or when the next cover will upload, you can head over to my blog or just click the link in the description below to see the calendar. I think it's the best way to keep up with all the chaos. On top of all that, I have some really exciting music news. I currently have at least 5 original song drafts ready to go, and my plan is to do the full production of the songs live on stream, so you will get to see the whole process from start to finish. I also know a lot of you have been asking for a USA nighttime stream, and I've definitely been thinking about it, but I just want to make sure I find a time that works for everyone. So I'm still figuring out exactly when that will happen. Stay tuned, because I will announce the USA special nighttime stream as soon as I have it figured out. But yeah, I think that's everything for the lives update, from marathon trophy to gaming session to instruments I've learned to music. I think I already covered everything. It's been a while, a few weeks, and I've missed doing this weekly vlog, and I'm so happy to be back. So don't forget to check the links in the description for the blog and the calendar, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!